Krishna has a place in the hearts of millions of Hindus. They sing bhajans to glorify him. They like the roles that are played by him as narrated in the Puranas and the Mahabharata. But is he a historical figure?
Chandogya Upanishad mentions him, his mother Devaki, and his guru Ghora Angirasa.
Are there any other Upanishads which mention him?
Yes, Upanishad Kaushitaki mentions Krishna to be born in the line of Seja Angiras.
What about any other books? Are there any other books which mention Krishna?
Yes, the Greek ambassador Megasthenes, in his book Indica in 303 BC, mentions like this. He says, Saura Senai worships Heracles in their land, and in that land there are cities called Methora, Claisbora, and a navigable river called Jobares. Now, if you see in the context of the present context, these names, Methora is Shaurasena is actually Shurasena, Methora is actually Mathura, Claisbora is actually Krishnapura, and Jobares is actually the river Yamuna. Thus, the Greek ambassador indirectly mentions him.
Did the Buddhists and the Jains talk about Krishna?
Yes, they do. The Jains even mention Krishna as the first cousin of Tirthankar Neminatha.
Oh. So, therefore, should we believe in the extraordinary deeds of Krishna as narrated in the Puranas?
Puranas are not historical books. They are composed by the Kathaks of the land in India to enact and preach different moral items, mainly for entertainment.
Are there any images in the Puranas, the Mahabharata, and the Upanishads which are similar to each other?
In the Puranas, Krishna is depicted as the divine God, divine himself, in his full power, in his full divinity. Whereas in Upanishads, he is mentioned as a spiritual aspirant. Whereas in Mahabharata, he is a mere man, but who shows his divine stature at times.
Many people criticize the amorous behaviors of Krishna in Vrindavan.
Yes, Bhagavad Purana mentions this, addresses this question, and the reply is like this. Ordinary men should not emulate mentally such behavior and not even physically. Krishna is of divine stature, and no sin can befall on him. He actually burns all the sinfulness like a fire that consumes everything.
But why has such a thing been incorporated in a holy book?
Well, Bhagavata Purana was composed in the 10th century. 10th century?
I should say the 12th century.
12th century. And it was during this period of Vamacharya, and this Vamacharya was in vogue during the degeneration of Buddhism, where they had distorted the teachings of Buddha, and people had started to undertake sexual practices for spiritual goals. Now, Buddhist philosophy are extremely high, and those monastic ideals are really difficult for democratization.
Should we therefore implement a ban on such type of books?
Sri Ramakrishna addresses this question. He says to Sri Keshav Chandra Sen that you may not like Radha and Krishna, but for your own spiritual upliftment, you should consider on them. You should reflect on them. There are immense number of mystics in India who have not talked about the historicity of it, but has instead contemplated on his life, on his actions. For the glaring examples of are Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mirabai, Sri Ramakrishna, and hundreds of spiritual aspirants. Listen to this song that Sri Ramakrishna appreciated. Keshava Kuru Karunadini.
কেশব কুরু করুণা দিন কুঞ্জ কানন চারি কেশব কুরু করুণা দিন কুঞ্জ কানন চারি মাধব মনমোহন মাধব মনমোহন মোহন মুরলী ধারে কেশব কুরু করুণা দিন কুঞ্জ কানন চারি ব্রজ কিশোর কালিয়াহার কাতর ভয় ভঞ্জন ব্রজ কিশোর কালিয়াহার ছা